check the other stuff. Well, I hope that's not too loud on the other end of everything. And I'm going to sound pretty dejected, possibly. But that's just what we have to deal with. If I need to make this louder, someone can tell me later. But I mean, it's just sound effects and stuff. So, who cares? Honestly, I'm just gonna play some Ace Attorney. I just bought this game because I feel bad. And I'm like, normally I'm like, oh, I don't want to buy it. I've already beaten it. Like, why would I buy it? I've beaten the trilogy before. And I'm like, well, now I can stream it. And maybe I'll stream this one because I enjoy it. Well, I also enjoy the Nonary games, but I just had a hard time. I don't know. I would like to actually just consistently stream, even if I'm not getting anything out of it, because it's fun. But anyway, let's see how far we can get into this before I die of exhaustion or I tucker myself out. This is the first turnaround, very first thing. I feel like I played the beginning of this game so many times because I played it with so many people. But I don't know. Oh yeah, I think it's... What is it? That's a weird thing to say. Damn it, why me? I don't know. I can't get caught. Not like this. Also, I've got to find someone to pin this on. Someone like him. Yeah, like... I'll make it look like he did it. I didn't give him a voice because it just started. I know also, like, fun thing about the Ace Attorney games is, like, sometimes they show you the murder just for the first one because the whole first thing's supposed to be, like, a tutorial. But, like, later on, oh my god, it's so fun. Also, I don't like the art too much in this. Like, I very preferred, like, the pixely version of it. But, you know, you make do with what you got. And it's still a fun game. Boy, am I nervous. Right. Oh, hiya, Chief. Phew, I'm glad I made it on time. Well, I have to say, Phoenix, I'm impressed. Not everyone takes on a murder trial right off the bat like this. It says a lot about you. And your client as well. Thanks. I think I just heard a cat meowing outside. Wait, no, that's the people partying next door. Never mind, they're shouting. Actually, it's because I owe him a favor. A favor? You mean you knew the defendant before this case? Yeah. Actually, I kind of owe him my current job to him. He's one of the reasons I became an attorney. Well, that's news to me. I want to help him out any way I can. I just really want to help him. I owe him that much. It's over. My life, everything, it's all over. Is that your client screaming over there? Yeah, it's him. Death, despair, oh. I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna die. It sounds like he wants to die. Great recap, Mia. Yeah. Nick. Hey there, Larry. Dude, I'm so guilty. Tell them I'm guilty. Oh. Give me the death oh wait, I totally forgot I was gonna give I ain't afraid to die. What? What's wrong, Larry? Oh, it's all over. I'm finished. Finished. I can't live in a world without her. I can't. Who took her away from me, Nick? Who did this? Ah, Nick, you gotta tell me. Who took my baby away? The person responsible for your girlfriend's death? The newspapers say it was you. And I'm gonna believe that, rather than my friend. My name is Phoenix Wright. Here's the story. My first case is a simple one. A young woman was killed in her apartment. The guy they arrested was the unlucky sap dating her. Larry Butts, my best friend since grade school. Our school had a saying, when something smells, it's usually the butts. In the 23 years I've known him, it's usually been true. He has a knack for getting himself in trouble. One thing I can say though, it's usually not his fault. He just has terrible luck. But I know better than anyone that he's a good guy at heart. That, and I own one, which is why I took the case, to clear his name. The goatee is not a hate crime. It is not a crime. I don't know why I said hate crime. And that's just what I'm going to do. Alright. Listen, Larry is just a special kind of guy.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Larry Butts.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Well, it could be a hate crime against you. He's just a man living his life. The, defense is ready, Your Honor.
Mr. Wright, this is your first trial, is it not?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm, a little nervous. I don't know why. I originally, I did, like, some weird Sonic voice for him when I was in college. And now, I just feel like, I hope that Steam stuff, the Steam overlay isn't showing up. But now, I'm doing, like, a weird mixture of that, but, like, with, like, early, like, TikTok, like, cosplay stuff. Like, in my head, I'm doing the movements, the mouth facial features, while I'm, like, doing his voice. Because I sound like this, but I'm doing that, like, TikTok cringe stuff. Like, you know, like, where the cosplayers do, like, the weird thing, like, with their hand and, like, the moving their face towards the camera. I do that when speaking in this voice, and I don't know why. I think it's just the evolution of humanity. Anyways.
Your conduct during this trial will decide the fate of your client. Murder is a serious charge.
Phoenix does have Sonic hair, though, but, like, it's some great hair.
For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah. Mr. Wright, given the circumstances, I think we should have a test to ascertain your readiness.
Yes, Your Honor. Like a tutorial?
Yes, like a tutorial.
Hand shaking, arms weak, mom spaghetti, eyesight fading.
The test will consist of a few simple questions. Answer them clearly and concisely. Please state the name of the defendant in this case.
It's obviously me. Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. No, it's Larry Butts. The defendant? Well, that's Larry Butts, Your Honor.
Correct. Just keep your wits about you and you'll do fine. Next question. This is a murder trial. Tell me, what's the victim's name?
Phew, I know this one. Glad I read the case report to cover so many times. It's... Wait. Uh-oh. No way. I forgot. I'm drawing a total blank here. Phoenix, are you absolutely sure you're up for this? You don't even know the victim's name? Oh, the victim? Of course I know the victim's name. I, just forgot, temporarily. I think I feel a migraine coming on.
You and me both, sister.
Look, the victim's name is listed in the court record. Just press tab to check it any time, okay? Remember to check it often. Do it for me, please? I'm begging you. Mia, it's just a court record.
Mr. Wright, who is the victim in this case?
Well, that's when we check. See, in later games, you get to also get profiles, but for the first game, you only get evidence, and that's all you can use. Oh wait, shit, there's profiles. Well, I don't know if you can use profiles in this one. But, like, I do know, like, in later games, you can actually, like, use profiles as sort of, like, evidence. Or, like, you use it in points and stuff. I don't know. It's interesting. Later games also have some more unique things to it. But, right there we can see Cindy Stone. We can also look at Cindy's autopsy report. Cause of death, July 31st, between 4 p.m. and 5 p.m. Cause of death, loss of blood due to blunt trauma. I wish I had that sort of trauma. Ha ha ha. Anyway. I already forgot her name. Cindy Stone, right? Cindy Stone, yes. Okay. I'm like, there's no way it's Cindy Black. That's stupid. The victim's name is Cindy Stone.
Correct. Now tell me, what was the cause of death? She died because she was
struck once by a blunt object.
correct. You've answered all my riddles. You may cross the bridge. I see no reason why we shouldn't proceed. You seem much more relaxed, Mr. Wright. Good for you. Good for you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Because I don't feel relaxed, that's for sure.
Mr. Wright, why are you sweating so profusely? Well then. First, question for the prosecution, Mr. Payne.
Yes, Your Honor.
As Mr. Wright just told us, the victim was struck with a blunt object. Would you explain to the court just what that object was?
The murder weapon was the statue of the thinker. It was found lying on the floor next to the victim.
I see. The court accepts it into evidence.
Statue added to the court record. So now we can see the statue in the shape of the thinker. It's rather heavy. Right. Be sure to pay attention to any evidence added during the trial. That evidence is the only ammunition you have in court. Well, aside from this loaded pistol I brought. What? Use tab to check the court record frequently.
Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its first witness.
The prosecution calls the defendant, Mr. Butts, to the stand. Chief, what do I do now? Pay attention. You don't want to miss any information that might help your client's case. You'll get your chance to respond to the prosecution later, so be ready. Let's just hope he doesn't say anything unfortunate. Uh-oh. Larry gets excited easily. This could be bad. The little twitch. Mr. Butts, is it not true that the victim had recently dumped you? Hey, watch it, buddy. We were great together. We were Romeo and Juliet, Cleopatra and Mark Antony. Didn't they all die? I wasn't dumped. She just wasn't taking my phone calls or seeing me ever. What's it to you anyway? Mr. Butts, as you describe is generally what we mean by dumped. In fact, she had completely abandoned you and was seeing other men. She had just returned from overseas with one of them the day before the murder. What do you mean, one of them? Lies. All of it lies. I don't believe a word of it. Your Honor, the victim's passport. According to this, she was in Paris until the day before she died. The victim apparently arrived home from Paris on July 30th, the day before the murder. Passport added to the court record.
Indeed. She appears to have returned the day before the murder.
Dude, no way. The victim was a model, but did not have a large income. It appears that she had several sugar daddies. Damn, I wish that were me. Daddies? Sugar? But she can't have sugar. Yes, older men who gave her money and gifts. She took their money and used it to support her lifestyle. Did? We can clearly see what kind of woman this Miss Stone was. Yeah, she's fucking killing it. Tell me, Mr. Butts, what do you think of her now? Right. I don't think you want him to answer that question.
Yeah.
It'd be so easy being a sugar baby, at least assuming the person wasn't... I could tolerate the person. Yeah, Larry has a way of running his mouth in all the wrong directions. Should I wait and see what happens? Absolutely. That's obviously what you should do. No. The infamous thing. My client had no idea the victim was seeing other men. That question is irrelevant to this case. Oh! Wince. Do you like my little wince sound effect? I think it's good. Also, fun thing. I think in the Japanese, like the original Japanese version, but I know in the American version, a lot of the names are puns a good amount of the time in Phoenix Wright games. I think in Japanese they are also puns, but like, you know, you sort of have to change them. But this prosecutor's full name is Winston Payne. And, like, that tells you everything you need to know about his character. That he's weak and measly, but doesn't. But I just wanted to say that because the asterisk wins and asterisk. Anyway. Dude, Nick, what do you mean irrelevant? That cheating she-dog, Larry. I'm gonna die. I'm just gonna drop dead. Yeah, and when I meet her in the afterlife, I'm going to get to the bottom of this.
Let's continue with the trial, shall we?
I believe the accused's motives is clear to everyone.
Yes, quite.
Oh boy, this is so not looking good. Next question. You went to the victim's apartment on the day of the murder, did you not? Well, did you or did you not? Yeah, Mark, remember we used to play this in college. Me and the twins, Jaw, Sam. We used to do it. I had to finish the games on my own, but we beat the first one all together. Yeah. I think I also talked to you about it before, maybe. And you said I don't remember that, and I'm like, that's fair. Well, maybe I did, and maybe I didn't? Uh-oh. He went. What do I do? I can't remember what's right. I mean, also, it's the beginning one. So, like, obviously, what you wanted to stop him from answering, because, like, if he keeps talking, he's just going to be an ass. They're like, yeah. I'll send him a signal. Okay, I thought pressing space would do it, because I wanted to take a swig of my drink. Lie like a dog. Oh, well, you see, it's like this. I don't remember. You don't remember? Well then, we'll just have to remind you. I got a bad feeling about this. No, Larry is not looking good. I mean, no, Larry is... He does a very good job at implicating himself when he should just not. But also, he's reeling. A fun thing about this game, I mean, I think it gets explained later, but it's also to, like, understand this. This is, like... Wait, hold on a second. Never mind, I can't check it. I think right now it is August 1st, which means it is a day after the murder. How this sort of like technically futuristic Japanese society, but it's like but like now it said it was like supposed to take place during like 2017, 2018, at least that's what like a lot of people like sort of like fan made up, but like it was supposed to be like a bit of like a more futuristic like thing of like what the Japanese court system turned into, and so now how it works is after a murder happens, like they weren't getting results, so what the court system and police ended up doing is they find someone who they can call guilty. They get at most 3 days in court if they can last 3 days at that. But if you don't, if you have the evidence and you prove and you but you can't prove that they're not guilty in at most 3 days, they are declared guilty whether they did it or not. Even if you prove they didn't do it, if you can't prove someone else does it, the person that they say is guilty is guilty. Or essentially like their main the person they decided to say you did this, so we're gonna get you. So right now it's like literally a day after his ex-girlfriend has been murdered. Larry has to go on trial. A day after. There's no prep. The only prep you get is literally this. This is literally all the prep you get. They literally just handed Phoenix an autopsy report and said, "Good luck with your defendant." And the other fucked up thing is, well, like in the U.S. court system at least, you can't have surprise evidence really. But in this game, anyone can just pull out evidence whenever they feel like it. So you can be like, I got this in the bag, and then like the plaintiff, like the opposing attorney will be like, nah, here's some other evidence that proves that this person's guilty. It's whack. It's fun. And if it was like that in the real world, goddamn. But I think it was also a critique on the Japanese court system because it doesn't work exactly like this. But I think like it was supposed to be a critique on it, at least from what my friends have told me, like from the research on it, because they used to be like really into it, and I would like to trust that. Anyway, back to the game. We have a witness that could prove he did go to the victim's apartment that day.
Well, that simplifies matters. Who is your witness?
The man who found the victim's body just before making the gruesome discovery. He saw the defendant fleeing the scene of the crime. Whoa, murmur.
Order in the court. Mr. Payne, the prosecution may call its witness.
Yes, Your Honor. I did that right. This is bad. On the day of the murder, my witness was selling newspapers at the victim's building. Please, bring Mr. Frank Saw It to the stand. See? Frank saw it. Mr. Saw It, you sell newspaper subscriptions, is this correct?
Oh, yes! Newspapers, yes! Mr. Saw, you may proceed with your testimony. Please tell the court what you saw on the day of the murder. I was going door to door selling subscriptions when I saw a man fleeing an apartment. I thought he must be in a hurry because he left that door half open behind him. Thinking it strange, I looked inside the apartment. Then I saw her lying there. A woman, not moving, dead. I quailed in fright and found myself unable to go inside. I thought to call the police immediately. However, the phone in her apartment wasn't working. I went to a nearby park and found a public phone. I remember the time exactly. It was 1 p.m. The man who ran was without... I did that because there's some evidence that proves that's not the time of death. The man who ran was without a doubt the defendant sitting right over there. Or... you'll see. Larry, why didn't you tell the truth? I can't defend you against a testimony like that. Incidentally, why wasn't the phone in the victim's apartment working? Your Honor, at the time of the murder, there was a blackout in the building. Aren't phones supposed to work during a blackout? Yes, Your Honor. However, some cordless phones do not function normally. The phone that Mr. Saw It used was one of those. Your Honor, I have a record of the blackout for your perusal. From noon to 6 p.m. the day of the crime. Wow, that's a big window. Now, Mr. Wright. Yes, yes, Your Honor. You may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examination, Your Honor? All right, Wright. This is it. The real deal. What exactly am I supposed to do? Why, you exposed the lies in the testimony the witness just gave. Lies? What?
He was lying? Your client is innocent, right? Then that witness must have lied in his testimony. Or is your client really guilty? How do I prove he's not? You hold the key. It's in the evidence. There's no key in the evidence. There's just a statue and some pieces of paper. Compare the witness's testimony to the evidence at hand. There's bound to be a contradiction in there. First, we find contradictions between the court record and the witness's testimony. Then, once you found the contradicting evidence, present it and rub it in the witness's face. Okay. Open the court record with a tab and then point out contradictions in the testimony. Alright. Okay. So, thing I noticed immediately. Going through. I remember the time exactly. 1 p.m. Why is this important? Well, we look at the evidence. Time of death, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Bam. Cannot be 1 p.m. Right? Yeah. And you hear that? That's a fun thing. That's a fun thing my friends told me about. Most of the time, when you present evidence and it's right, the music will stop when you say objection. So that's a fun little thing to know, like, wow, you got it right. And I think that's a cool mechanic. And so then it's like if you don't get it right, you're like, ah, damn it. But like once you hear that, it's like, ooh, it's so satisfying. Everything just, ooh, it's done. No other sound. It's done. You sure you found the body at 1 p.m.? You're sure? Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain. Frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. I find that hard to believe. Your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at sometime after 4 p.m. There was no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap? Oh, that, This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time.
After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Side, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.?
Gee, that's a really good question. Huh. That's totally not sus. Great job, Wright. Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies. See through one and their whole story falls apart. Wait. Yeah, he is, because he's so excited. Wait, I remember now.
Would you care to give your testimony again?
This is the other thing. They can give their they can revise their testimony so many times. And, like, I know it's a video game. So, like, you know, they gotta do these things to, like, you know, keep the ante up. Like, make it feel intense. But it's so funny to just be, like, in the middle of court. So you committed perjury. Yeah, well, no, I just forgot. Oh, okay. Yeah, revise it. What? Okay, yeah, that's all. It's like, I mean, but this one at least is more believable. It's like, oh, well, here's the reason why I thought it was 1 p.m. That's fair. But, like, there's some stuff later where it's like, how do you not remember, like, all this stuff at the bottom? Yeah, it was a silly little joke. I lied, a silly joke. I committed perjury as a goof. It was a prank. Get pranked, Judge. You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Sorry, I don't know. He just literally said there was a blackout. I probably heard it from the television. That's what we're gonna point out next, okay? I like, it's, oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. Well, when you lie, you forget the truth. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding.
I see. You heard a voice saying saying the time on the taped program.
And he already forgot too. The judge is also pretty dumb. The judge is very gullible. He looks look at that look of him. Like, he looks like determined. He looks serious. He looks like, you'd look at this man and be like, that man probably knows what's going on. No. There's not a single cell in that brain. He's got no brain cells. Done.
Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Right. You know what to do. I've got this one. Okay. Present. We literally just talked about this. Hold it right there. I don't like the way I said that. Hold it right there. Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. Huh? You couldn't have heard a television or a video. Yeah.
The defense has a point. I forgot about that. Good on you. Do you have an explanation, Mr. Sard?
No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Ah! Wait, I remember now.
Mr. Sard? The court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning. These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught.
Ah! But my apologies, Your Honor. And I must have been in shock of finding the body.
Very well, Mr. Sard. Let's hear your testimony one more, please. Once more, not one more, please. Sounded like something else. I can't remember. It was a bit I saw earlier. Hearing the time.
Actually, I didn't hear the time. I saw it. Yeah, there was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw. Now, there's another contradiction.
I saw a clock. I guess that would explain it. The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Gladly. Gladly. I did that wrong. Now, here's the fun thing. We don't have evidence of a clock as a murder weapon. But you know what? We do have evidence of a murder weapon. We have this statue. It's a murder weapon. Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. Now, how is it supposed to be a clock? You with your objections and your evidence. Just who do you think you are? Just answer the question, Mr. Saw It. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock. Your Honor, if I may.
Yes, Mr. Payne.
As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. The neck is a switch. You see, tilt it, and it says the time out loud. And it doesn't look like a clock. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies.
I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony now?
I want to say yes because I do, but I don't know. How did he know it was a clock? Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock. Yep, there we go. Okay, I wasn't sure if he called that out or not. Is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly, a contradiction.
Indeed.
The witness knew it was a clock because he went into the apartment. You're lying. You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder. Oh yeah? Prove it. Prove I went in there.
Do it, you won't. No balls.
I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her.
Ballsy statement.
You struck her with the clock and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard.
Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright.
Okay, yes, Your Honor. Mr. Saw It. The sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you're so certain about the time.
What's the meaning of this?
This is all but baseless conjecture. Baseless? Just look at the witness's face. Ah!
With the witness care to elaborate, did you strike the victim with the clock?
That day, I never look at the clock.
No, I mean, I saw.
Yeah!
Yo, he ripped his hair off.
Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. I hate you. It was him, I tell you. I saw him. He killed her, and he should burn, give him death.
Okay, Wait, hold on. I was about to be like, okay, Mr. Toupee. I think he literally ripped his hair off, unless he doesn't, like che that hard. What are the court?
Rather, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims.
Mr. Wright.
Your Honor?
You claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence? Okay. Is right.
I didn't even think it was a wig. Like, I think he actually pulled his hair off. I mean, it looked like he was wearing a wig, but it also, like, he's got, like, little hairs on the top of his bald area. It's weird. Better think this through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Saw heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply... Well, I don't think we can try sounding the clock. Should we? Is that good? Also, if you see up here, it's showing if we make a wrong answer, it's going to hurt our health bar. So we're not going to ask it. So it's either try sounding the clock or examine the clock's batteries. But I feel like that doesn't make sense, at least looking at the batteries, to be like, well, of course he heard it. But also, I think it could be broken. I don't know. Try sounding the clock. Let's sound the clock now, here in this court. Your Honor, may I have the clock? I asked the court to listen very carefully.
I think it's 8:25. That certainly is a strange way to announce the time.
Well, he is the thinker, after all.
So, we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright?
Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now? It's 11:25. It's 11:25. Ah! As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Saw heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Saw, yeah, look at those little hairs on his head. It makes me think, like, he ripped it off. Or either that, or he just doesn't shave his, like, little bald area. You know? One or the other. Try to talk your way out of this one. You forgot one thing. Uh-oh. What's he talking about now? While it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow, it proves nothing. How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case. He's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it, I was so close.
Mr. Wright.
Yeah, I think it is funnier if he did rip it off, because he literally, like, was so upset that he got found out. He just ripped all of his hair off. I had to take a drink. I'm getting a bit warm in my room, and my throat is hurting. I got my Powerade, my orange Powerade. Not a sponsor.
It seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim.
Yes, Your Honor.
This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sawt.
I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal. A criminal! Your lawyers are all slime. Grr. I almost had him. I almost let out my alpha. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now. Well, that's it. That's the first case. I mean, of course, it's not. Not so fast, Mr. Sawt. Chief. Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this.
Not like this.
Think. But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that. Well, yes. But that doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it. Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason, and you'll have your proof. Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow? Yes, I can. Wait! Maybe I can prove it! You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it, and let them have it.
Well, Mr. Wright, you say the clock was already running slow the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim?
Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt. Ha! Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off.
Let's see this evidence that proves why the clock was running slow. It's the passport.
It's the passport. Because she was in France the day before. And that's all we need. Victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. Which, I don't know if that's how it is actually in the US. Well, I think it depends on where you are in the US. But it could be true for Japan. Again, where this game is based off of, but like when they localized it to America, they tried to make it American, but it's so strictly like not American that it's like weird that they try to like pass it off. Like, I know there's like a lot of jokes about burgers in this game, where in Japan it would be about ramen because like, you know, they're like comparing like fast, like quick, easy food. I wish it was ramen though, damn. Fuck, I fucking love ramen. I also love burgers, but I love ramen too. Anyways, when it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. there, 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. Yeah. I think if it was to be 9 hours in Paris, it'd either have to be, I think, he'd either have to be on the West Coast, so Pacific Standard Time, or if it's like, or like maybe, Mountain Time, yeah. I fucking love ramen. Yo, spicy ramen. I finally got my good spicy ramen again. It's so good, but it completely destroys my insides. But it's so good. Anyway, the victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Sawt? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? I've done it too. Not murder, but it. That was a dumb joke. I'm sorry.
Order, I say. Order in the court. What's going on here? Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected. Mr. Payne, your witness.
He was arrested, Your Honor, and taken away.
Very well.
Well, I forgot it was that fast. I'm not gonna lie. I forgot it was that fast. I thought I was going to have to do a lot more. Anyways,
Very well, Mr. Wright.
yes, Your Honor?
I have to say, I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly. And find the true culprit at the same time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
At this point, this is solely a formality, but the court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty. Yay!
I like to imagine that in the court, they actually do, like, cheer and clap and throw confetti in the air. I also like to imagine they do that for guilty, too.
Woo! Yeah! And with that, this court is adjourned. Pip pip cheerio.
Turns out that Mr. Frank Saw It was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Saw It let himself to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Saw It grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. Oh, it's August 3rd. I guess it was a few days later. I'm sorry. Still, you have... Okay, gets arrested on the 31st. You get 3 days before you go to trial, and then you have at most 3 days in trial. Damn, crazy. Phew, I still can't believe we won. Right, good job in there. Congratulations. Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you. Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note. I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel.
My life is over, Dad.
Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now?
I nicked it. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon.
Good. Wait, no, I mean bad. Bad, bad, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed.
But my Cindy Windy's gone, man. Gone forever.
Larry, she was a... Never mind. Congratulations, Harry.
Harry?
Yes, you. I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent. That's another running joke. Thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner? Movie? My treat. Oh, no. I couldn't. Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook. Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present. A present? From me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that... Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me. Really? You made this? Well, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento. Yo. It's not the murder weapon. It's a copy of the murder weapon because he made 2. It's not a murder weapon, okay? Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? He made 2. And also, the murder weapon is probably in, like, police evidence or something now. I don't know. I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool.
Did that just make you want to cry?
Larry. Are you sure?
Excuse me?
I think she thought quite a lot of you in her own way.
Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay.
Oh, I'm not just sympathizing. Really? Is that right? No, you're absolutely right. It is weird. But, like, it's not the murder weapon. Don't you have something to show your friend? Something that proves how she felt about him? Huh? Oh, yeah, right. Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about? So, and like he said, he made one for him and one for her. And obviously she must have thought quite highly of him because she took it with her on vacation. Or she didn't give a shit. But in a way, you could say she did think a lot of him because she took his present for her with her. Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her. Huh? What about that clock? This is the clock you made for her, Larry. You just said that. And she took it with her when she traveled. Whatever, she probably just needed a clock, that's all. You think so? It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will. Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer. Really, I am.
Thanks.
Hope that made him feel a little better. Right? I hope you see the importance of evidence now. Also, hopefully you realize things can change depending on how you look at them. People, too. We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. And in order to believe in them, you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in the heart of the cards. Right? Listen. Learn. Grow strong. Never let go of what you believe in. Well, I think our work here is done. Shall we be off? Yeah, I guess so. Say, how about dinner? On me. I'll have some dinner on you. We'll drink a toast to the innocent buds. Yeah. Oh, speaking of Harry. You were saying part of why you became a lawyer was because of him. Yeah. Part at least. You have to tell me more about it sometime. Maybe over drinks? So, my first trial came to a close. Larry slapped him on the back and said, "Gee, Nick, it's good to have friends. But I'm pretty sure he's not going to pay us. Unless you count the clock he gave Mia." I didn't know it then. That clock was soon going to be at the center of another incident. And my promise to tell the chief about me and Larry would be one promise that I wouldn't be able to keep. Wow. So not ominous at all. Alright. It is... I've only been streaming for an hour. And... Oh, am I just starting it? Oh, no. It's just letting me know I unlocked it. Okay. I've only been streaming for an hour, but I want to keep streaming. So, Oh, it literally just throws you into the next case. Well, that's good, because that's what I wanted to do. I'm going to just, take a few seconds to just do a couple of things. I'm going to still be here. I just want to look over a couple of things, as it has been almost an hour that I haven't been doing a couple of things. I like how I said I'm still gonna be here, and I feel like that would imply that I would be talking, and then I proceeded not to talk. But that's just because I'm sort of crazy, and I'm kind of silly like that, you know? Take a swig of my drink before starting this again. The thing is, I really like the way like Powerade and Gatorade taste, but the thing is because it's so sugary, it leaves like some weird like you know, it's got that sugar in it, like that congeals the saliva and stuff, and it's annoying. But I love that orange flavor. If I need to, I might go get a thing of water in the middle of it. Well, I can drink Gatorade, so if you ever get Gatorade, just give it to me. Bam. Beep. Hello, this is Maya. Oh, I was doing. Hello, this is Maya. I don't know how to do a Maya voice. Hey, Maya, it's me. Maya, what's up? What's going on? You have a cold. That's not gonna be Maya's voice. I'm not gonna do that because I might just do the same voice for Mia. They're siblings. Sorry I've been so busy. How have you been? Well, lonely, and it's your fault. Nah, I'm just teasing. I've been great. I'm finally getting used to having my own place. I want this to be known. Maya is like 16 years old, if I remember. I don't know why she would have her own place. Anyways. That's good to hear. I also don't, well, also I feel like sometimes I see in like some like, in animes I should say, not Japanese TV shows, in animes. I mean they are sort of Japanese TV shows, but they're animes. That like, some characters like are like teenagers, but they like live in their own like apartments or something, which really baffles me, but I don't know, maybe the cost of living in Japan is not as terrible as it is in the US. I don't know. That's good to hear. Actually, I'm calling because I have a favor to ask. I know. You want me to hold evidence for you. Sharp as always. There's a lot of buzz about the upcoming trial. I just don't feel safe keeping the evidence here. I gotcha. So what is it this time? It's a clock. A clock? Yeah, it's made to look like a statue of the thinker and it tells you the time. I thought you might like it. You always like toys. Hey, I'm not a little girl anymore, sis. Now, you know I'm only teasing. I should probably tell you, the clock isn't talking right now. Huh? It's not working? That's lame. I had to take the clockwork out, sorry. I put some papers inside it instead. Papers? Is that the evidence then? Well, there's a possibility that it might turn out that way, yes. Can you come by the office tonight, say 9 o'clock, to pick it up? I'll be in a pre-trial meeting until then. Okay, sis. But I expect dinner, something good. Like burgers. I could really go for a good burger. Okay. We'll hit the usual joint. Alright, it's a deal. Okay, sis, see you soon. Yep, I'll be waiting, Maya. Conversation recorded. September 5th, 9:27 a.m. That's a whole month later. How did Phoenix not set up any conversation about anything between then? God damn it, Phoenix, right? You crazy son of a bitch. September 5th, 8:57 p.m. Faye & Co. Law Offices. Now, Miss Faye, I'll take what's mine, the papers. I'm sorry, but I can't give you what I don't have. Miss Faye, you are a poor liar. Why, I see it right over there. That must be the thinker that swallowed those papers. How could you know? Ho, you are not cogniferous of my background. Gathering information is my business, you see. I should have been more careful. Ho, I'm Santa Claus. My dear Miss Faye, I am so very sorry, but I am afraid I must ask you for one more thing. Your eternal silence. Farewell, Miss Faye. Then we see the murder again. Red, white, blue. Which I feel like it's very ballsy to show us the murder, at least for this one. I wish they wouldn't have, but like, uh, sometimes it's very obvious to know who the murderer is, though. Uh-oh, I'm late. Huh? That's strange. I guess the chief left without me. She said her sister was coming over, so we should all go out for dinner. What's that smell? Blood? Mia! Maybe she's in her office. Move. Office. That smell. Blood. Sis. Someone's there. Yeah, traumatizing. Chief? Chief? Chief! Snake? Snake? Snake! You know. Who are you? That was Maya running away. The strange girl... Oh, never mind. I thought she ran away. The strange girl dropped cold. I left her lying on the office sofa. Shows me what for trying to assume. I went back to the chief where she lay under the window. Her body was still warm. I could feel it when I held her shoulder. Then all too quickly, it began to fade. Until finally she was cold. Chief. Now here's one of the fun parts of the... So, the first thing, it shows you this is how you interact with a trial. But this one shows you how you interact with a crime scene. Because even though you're an attorney, you're also kind of a detective. It's fun. And like, I think originally, also from what my friends told me, they originally wanted this to be like a detective game. But like, they wanted you to also like do the trials, but they didn't know how to make it work, so they just sort of like made an attorney who like sort of investigates the crime scenes. He's not really supposed to do it, but like technically the other attorney can do it too, so like, and you're just collecting evidence, so who cares. Anyway, it's encrusted with dried blood. How ironic that this became the murder weapon again. Also, isn't that fun? See, I wanted to say, like, it's like, oh, well, it's important that Larry gives the statue to Mia, and this is the important reason why. You know, have that connection. Anyways. Oh. Some shards of glass are scattered on the floor. They seem to be the remains of a glass light stand. Okay. I realize that, so you can use the keyboard to also look around, but like for this one you have to like hold and drag essentially to figure this stuff out. Chief, it's hard seeing her like this, but if there are any clues here. She was struck on the head with a blunt object. Oh man, I just said a lot of things to you that were conversation. Yeah, Mia died. Yeah, they give her to you, and then they're like, surprise, she is dead. And she was killed by the thinker clock, which is why it was important Larry give it to her, so you know you could have like a connecting thing, just for fun. She probably died instantly, hopefully. The thinker lying next to her must have been the murder weapon. Looks like a statue, but it's actually a clock made by Larry Butts. There's some glass shards near the chief's body. Must be a piece of glass light stand, but I thought we already knew this. Nothing else that seems like a clue here. A piece of paper. It must have fallen from Mia's hand. What could it be? The word is written in blood on this scrap of paper. Maya? Did Mia write this? This piece of paper is a receipt from a department store. Dated yesterday. think that's enough snooping around for now. I'd better call the police and find out what that girl was doing here. Hold on, I just want to make sure I look. Yep, okay. I need to change some of those around. Great Water Hotel, a nice luxurious place. Move. Fanco Law Offices. That girl just now. Where'd she go? I put her right there on that sofa. Uh-oh. I hope she didn't run on me. Yipes! Don't scare me like that. Excuse me, but who are you? It's okay, I work here. Maya Fey. Maya Fey? Maya? So Mia was writing this girl's name. Maybe I should show her the receipt. Okay, night-night. You gotta go to bed at a less ungodly hour. Cause I know what time it is where you are. Not really, but I have an assumption of what time it is where you are. I never thought there'd be a use for evidence like this outside the courtroom. Yeah, you can present evidence outside the courtroom too. Be like, bam. Before Mia died, she wrote this message in her own blood. She wrote it on the back of this receipt. Well, I mean, that's true. I don't know your schedule right now, but normally I'd assume it's bad. I know it's bad for me, and it used to be bad for me, but also, no one's really awake during that time, so it's like, I don't know, not a fun time sometimes. That's my name. Why would she write my name? I'm just doing this voice for everyone now. Da-da-da-da-da. Please, just calm down. What? Why would sis write my name? Uh-oh. Now I've done it. I crack myself up. I'd better hurry up and call the police. Okay. Examine. Is there a phone here? Do I have to move again? I know. Oh, okay. I see why I did that. Okay. I got the big brain now. Right, I better call the police. That's funny. A few of the screws on the receiver are missing. Looks like someone was halfway through taking this apart. Police? Please, come quick. What was that? Someone screaming from outside the window? Ah! She's staring right at me. She's holding a phone in her hand. Do I have to move again? The police! Sounds like they're coming this way. Freeze, police! Alright, I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe, see? Gumshoe? What an odd name. Get it? His name is Dick Gumshoe. Like how detectives are sometimes called dicks. And Gumshoe, like what detectives are called sometimes. He's a detective. He's detective. Anyway, we received a report from the building across the way, see? Got a person saying they saw a murder. It must have been that woman I saw. Her titties were just out. Anyway, I don't want either of you moving 1 inch, okay? Great. Just great. Maya. Wait, she wouldn't have. Nah. Whoa!
Oh, excuse me. This word Maya here mean anything to you?
That that's my name?
What? The victim drew this here note in her own blood, see? With a dying breath, she wrote down to kill his name.
Killer?
I'm not a case closed. You're coming down to the precinct, ma'am.
What?
Another astute investigation for Detective Dick Gumshoe. I did it, boys. Let's go home.
Mia's younger sister Maya was arrested on the spot. I was taken in for questioning and didn't get out until the next morning. My eyes were heavy, knees weak, arms spaghetti. Mom spaghetti. Fuck. But I couldn't sleep. I sat around waiting for visiting hours to begin at the detention center. I had to talk to Maya as soon as possible. Wow, they have poor Maya locked up like a criminal. Oh, it's you, the lawyer. Good morning. Good morning. She looks so tired. Are you going to be my attorney? Well, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. First things first, I better get her cheered up. Yeah, of course I will. Cheer up. Really? Whoa, did I say the wrong thing? She looks sadder now. What's wrong? You don't think I can do it? No. No one could. Who would believe me? Even you when you found me in the office. You looked at me like I had done it. Did I look at her like that? No, I never thought. It's okay, I understand. And I've also heard about you. Heard? Heard what about me? I was talking to my sister on the phone the other day. Today, my junior partner's first time in court. Wow, really? How'd that go? It was quite the scene. Honestly, I was on edge the whole time. It's been a while. It's been... Ha, so he crashed and burned? He's a genius. One of those strike fear into the hearts of evil types. The only thing he's lacking is experience. Man, I've got loads. Anyways, I hit my mic. Huh. Sounds like it was fun. Well, I know who to go to if I ever get into trouble now. I don't know, Maya. I think you might want to wait. Give him 3 more years. That is, unless you want to be found guilty. Excuse me. Well, she got a month. Let's go. That's what she said. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to insult you. No, it's okay. It's true, I guess. But at the same time, I can't just sit back. Can't just sit by and watch. When I think of the person who did this to Mia. I know. Anyway, bye. I don't even think I can leave. Oh, I can leave. Not going to. We gotta talk. We gotta talk to Maya. There's something I've been wanting to ask you. Yeah? What's with that outfit? Oh, this? This is what all acolytes wear. It's my uniform, you could say. Acolytes? Like people in religious training? What do you do? Oh, it's nothing strange, really. I'm a spirit medium in training. A spirit medium? I'm pretty sure that qualifies as strange. The day of the crime. Could you tell me more about the day of the murder? Yeah. Let's see. That morning, I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold on to a piece of evidence for an upcoming trial. Evidence? Yes, that clock shaped like the Thinker. The one Larry made. How could that have been... Excuse you. How could that have been evidence in a case? Right. She said something about that. I remember. Do you want to hear it in her own voice? Her own voice? Yeah. I'm pretty sure our conversation is on my cell phone. You recorded it? Yeah, I forgot how to delete those things.
I mean, Phil? Your cell phone.
So you say you have a conversation with your sister on your cell phone? Let's hear it. Right. Oh. I just remembered that detective took my cell phone. Sorry. Oh, right. Of course. Next time I see Detective Gumshoe, I'll ask him for it. I'll write you a note so you don't forget, okay? Sure, thanks.
Maya's memo. A conversation I had with my sister is recorded on my cell phone.
So you're an acolyte. A medium in training? That's right. The Fae family, especially the women, have always been very sensitive to the spirit world. Wait a second. You said the Fae family? So Mia was into this stuff too? Of course. She left the mountain to follow her career, she said. Her powers were first class too. I had no idea. Wait. What? So you're a real honest-to-goodness spirit medium? With ESP and all that? Yes. In training. Well, can't you contact me as spirit then? We could just ask her who killed her. I'm sorry. I'm still in training. I could do something on that level. I thought that would be too easy. Huh? Something the matter? I was wondering, could I ask you a favor? This is the address of a famous lawyer. My sister gave me this a long time ago. She said if I was ever in trouble, I should call him. And, well, I'm in trouble. Do you think you could go ask him to represent me? Alright. Sure, why not? I'll go ask. Thank you so much. I have no one else to turn to. Say, what about your parents? I see. Don't worry. Leave it to me. Thank you. The trial's tomorrow, at 10. But what? Tomorrow? Tomorrow. What if this guy refuses? They told me that if I don't find one, the state will pick an attorney to defend me. When will that happen? They're giving me until 4 o'clock this afternoon. And visiting hours are almost up. I'd better hurry. Right, I'll be back. Wait, I can ask again? Could you tell me about the day of the murder? Sorry, I know it must be hard. No, it's okay. All I've been doing the last few hours is talking about it. I've kind of gotten used to it. See, that morning I got a call from my sister. She wanted me to hold the thinker clock, park the car. So then, when did you arrive at the office? It's right around 9. The lights were off, and I could smell blood. Then I found her, my sister. Thanks, Maya. That's all I need to hear for now. Okay. Well,
goodbye.
According to the receptionist, the big boss is out. She couldn't say when he'd be back. It must be hard to keep track of everything when you're a famous lawyer. Not to mention run an office like this. I guess I'll just have to come back later. I was filled with police officers. They're all busily searching for clues. Hey, you there! Oh, this is a crime scene, pal. No trespassing. Sorry. Don't I know you from somewhere? Wait, you're that Butts guy, aren't you? No. Phoenix, Wright. How could anyone mistake me for Larry?
Well, I got the wrong name, Miss Wright. Sorry about that. That Butts guy, he was a killer. And you're no killer, right?
He was proven innocent. Right, and you were?
Detective Suede Shoes. Got them suede shoes. I don't remember them blue suede shoes. Okay, anyway.
Gumshoe, wasn't it?
Right, at your service. Hang on. That's Detective Gumshoe to you, pal. Anyway, get the name right. And don't go calling me Dick. Hey, Dick, get over here. Yes, sir. Be right there. You just got called Dick. Dick alert. You're a lawyer, right, pal? If you got business here, you'd better do it quick.
Phew, he thinks I'm Maya's lawyer. Oh. Boop. I was wondering, did you see Maya Faye's cell phone?
Oh, that. I had that.
Do you think you could give it back?
Sure, I mean, wait a second, pal. Tricky lawyer.
Uh-oh, he's on to me. If I tell him why I want it, there's no way he'll give it back to me.
Something the matter?
Oh, no, it's just, you know, detective.
Nope, I know nothing.
That cell phone has a lot of numbers on it, like her boyfriend's. The cell phone holds all a little girl's sweetest and spiciest secrets.
You're trying to confuse me. Sorry, pal, I already checked all the numbers in memory.
Impressive, you're quite the detective.
Uh-huh. Oh, here. You can have the phone back. There weren't any suspicious call records in there after all.
Seems like he didn't notice the recorded conversation.
Holds a conversation between the chief and Maya. Check the court record to hear the recorded conversation. Alright. You can look at it. Okay, I don't know if we need to talk to him about anything else. We do. Or...
Hey!
Yeah. I know talking would be very nice, but also at the same time, I'm like, I don't know, it doesn't seem important. Also, Detective Gumshoe is like a bit of a hard ass right now, but like, he becomes so lovable later. Love him. Love him, love him, love him.
Hey! What is it? Did you meet the lawyer? Sorry, I haven't seen him yet.
I see. I better go see if I can find this. Nope, okay. We do gotta talk with him. Okay.
Detective Gumshoe! About Miss Faye. Did you do an autopsy?
You want to know the results, eh? Now don't you look at me like that, pal. It's no use. She might have been your boss, but that doesn't mean you get any special treatment. Alright, you can see the report, but that's all. Time of death. Single blunt force trauma. Woo! We love single blunt force trauma. Single. That's a dumb joke. Anyway, Maya.
About Maya.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the trial. Sorry, pal, but this is one trial you aren't gonna win.
Why do you say that?
The city's prosecutor, Edgeworth, is on the prosecution. A blunt did cause this trauma. Edgeworth. I'm sure you know what that means, you being a lawyer and all.
I guess I've asked all the questions I needed to.
You all done, pal?
Yeah, thanks. I'll be heading out now.
Oh, wait. One more thing I wanted to mention to you. I don't suppose you're planning on talking to that witness. Anyway, you'd better not. No influencing the witness with your loyally ways, pal. It's her.
Come to think of it, I'd completely forgotten about her. She's not relevant until later in the story. The witness?
Yeah, Miss April May. April, May, June, July, August? Hey, I'm sorry about this, but I can't tell you anything about her.
Well, you just told me her name, Miss May, huh?
Is that her home already, huh? You're trying your loyalty tricks on me now. She's not
She's not to go outside her room until the trial. So she's still in the hotel across the way. I guess I should know better than trying to get a detective to link information. You got that right, pal. Time to pay a visit to Miss May. Edgeworth. Prosecutor Edgeworth. That's right, pal. Mr. Miles Edgeworth himself. Wait. You do know him, don't you? Yeah. I know him. He's a feared prosecutor. He doesn't feel pain. He doesn't feel remorse. He won't stop until he gets his guilty verdict. Don't talk about him that way. You make him barely sound human. Still, I'm afraid this is pretty much decides the case. So Edgeworth is on this one. He hasn't lost a case since he became a prosecutor at the incredibly young age of 20. Of course, there are rumors of back alley deals and forged evidence. All I know for sure is that Edgeworth hates crime with almost abnormal passion. Never imagined I'd be facing him so soon. Still gone. Hello. Like I said, I don't know how much of it is based off the Japanese court systems, and again, this is from what my friend told me, and it could have been true more at the time of when the games were released, but like, I'm not entirely sure how it all works. Also, I think I watched like a video breaking down how, like, you know, like the court system of like Phoenix Wright and its like connections to Japanese court. But like, take what I say with a grain of salt, as I have not done all the research and I'm just relaying information from a second party essentially. But like, that's what I remember. I could be wrong, and if I am wrong, that's fine. It helps me learn. Well, hello there, handsome. Hi. Smooth, right? Real smooth. Hold on. You're the lawyer, aren't you? The detective told me. I don't know. I feel like I have to do some weird, like, sultry kitten voice or some shit like that. She's a Discord kitten, you know? He said, don't say nothing to that lawyer, pal. Tee-hee. Memo to self. Thank Detective Gumshoe for making my job harder. Gee, this is all something like out of a movie. It's also exciting. I can hardly contain myself. Ooh, let me go freshen up so I can look the part of the beautiful eyewitness. This is gonna kill me later. I pity the lawyer that has to cross-examine that one. Sure. It's totally not you. There's a screwdriver stuck in this drawer. I wonder what's inside. Let's take a look. Hey, hey, hey. What are you doing? No touching. Oh, bad boy. Did her eyes just roll, or am I having a hallucination? I see her face twitching. You really shouldn't pry around in other people's rooms now. You wouldn't want to make me upset, would you? Upset? I thought she was going to explode there for a second. I wonder what could be inside the drawer. I did the wrong voice. What you witnessed. Do you think you could tell me something? I need you to describe what you observed at the time of the incident. Oh, observe, that's wrong. You sound just like the lawyer in the movies. I like a man with a big vocabulary. Better not encourage her. You know, that thing that happened the other day, the bad thing? What did you see when it happened? I don't suppose you couldn't tell me about it. Pretty please? Let's see. Well, dream on. If you want to know, you'll have to come to court tomorrow, Mr. Lawyer. Yeah. Oh, boy. Could you just... Who are you exactly? Oh, Mr. Lawyer, are you hitting on me? No, hey, I'm just doing my job here. Teehee. You know, you're cute when you blush. Believe me, this is the first time I've blushed this much in my life. Right, can you just tell me what it is you do? Well... No, teehee. And you had your little hopes up, didn't you? Oh, boy. I see that there are 2 glasses on the table. Is someone staying here with you? Oh, what amazing powers of observation. You must be one of those famous detectives like on television. An Hercule Poirot. Oh, no, not me. I'm just a lawyer. Say, Mr. Big Detective, why don't you go look for clues in the garbage, Miss May doesn't like nosy little lawyers, Oh, boy. Alright. Something, Mr. Well. Ahem. That was the most over-the-top clearing of the throat I've ever heard.
So, you've been the one looking, has been looking for me.
Yeah, that's me. He looks even grander than I imagined.
That badge around your collar. Ah, so you're a lawyer, are you now? Yes. Quite indeed.
Yes, well, yes.
And what do you want? I'm not particularly busy these days. Please proceed.
Not busy? Then how could no one get in touch with you?
Something the matter? You came to see the one and only Marvin Grossberg, did you not? Well, here I am, boy. What do you want? Out with it.
Well, sir, actually, this is about Maya. Maya Fey. Boom! Vine boom.
Yes, Maya Fey. Yes, go on. Yeah.
Why the strange reaction?
Cha-cha. Try to remember. Yeah.
Just for later.
I'm really quite busy here, son. I can't go taking cases on a day's notice. No, quite impossible.
Wait a second. How did you know the trial was tomorrow?
Anyway, I'm afraid it's entirely impossible for me to represent her. I'm sorry. End of discussion.
What's going on? He refused me before I even got a chance to ask him. What did I tell Maya? Okay. I'm going to stop here because I am getting very tired. My yawns are becoming more and more frequent. And I think I'm starting to hallucinate just a little bit. You know that fun little sleep deprivation where like there's just very tiny things, but you're like, that's not normal. That's not normal. Like that mustache moving. No, I know the mustache is moving. I can see it moving. But yeah. But anyway, let's save here. Yeah, I know. We're gonna save here. And go back to the title screen. Thank you for all that joined me. I'm probably gonna play this again at some other point. I might play it tomorrow. Just because I have an off day tomorrow and I have no other plans at the moment. So I might do that. I know at least with the two people that are in here, I mean, you both follow me and like, so like, and I'll probably do like a more, reserved thing. I'll probably do a more reserved thing, like actually give a time thing for it, but I wasn't feeling good today, and honestly, this is gonna be killer on my throat, especially later in the game and in the other ones. But I don't know. I need to play this more. It's one of my favorites. Or maybe tomorrow I'll play. I'll try and play more of the Nonary game. That one doesn't involve voice acting, so like it will be fine. But I do have to talk. But it also has puzzles. Oh well. Anyway, thank you for joining me tonight. I appreciate it. Have a good night, everyone.